I want to thank everyone at Jaguar Racing for their hard work. We've been in the seasons in the championship since season 3, and this is our first win. So I'm really delighted to be the first winner for Jaguar, and just want to thank everyone from Jaguar Land Rover for the support they've given us over the last 3 seasons. It's not been easy, and this has come at a great time.
If there wasn't enough action, this was a true energy race as well. It was nip and tuck to the end, and we heard some dialogue between you and your race engineer. Was at any point were you concerned about the amount of energy for those last 2 crucial laps?
I was more just not trying to extend the race because the pace was higher than expected, especially with another attack mode I'd left. I could have easily extended the race. So I was trying to manage that, trying to slow it up. Obviously not to be stupid, but just trying to slow it up so we didn't extend the race and completely destroy the whole race for everyone. So yeah, that was not easy to manage, but it was good communication from the pit wall, and we got it done in the end, and that's the main thing. So just real hats off to everyone on the team.
Many congratulations to you and the team. Well done today, Mitch. And Andre Lotterer equaling your best results in Formula E today. Ironically, it was 12 months ago that you and Mitch were duking it out for a podium position here. And today you were the class of the field again. You've got a points haul of 21 from the weekend, but of course, ideally you would have wanted to celebrate your first victory today. Just tell us how you feel.
Yeah, mixed feelings, obviously. Really wanted to win this one, been working really hard on this, but Mitch was a little quicker today, so congrats to him and his team. It was a bit tough out there. I'm not sure if I was on the right setting at the beginning. That's maybe how I got a bit more energy. And then things stabilized, and then I need to check what happened, because for mid-race I started to struggle with the tires. It looked like the pressures were high, but I need to check what in the data. But because the car was great all day, and everything was functioning well, so that was the only thing that put me into difficulties, and I couldn't keep him behind me, even on attack mode. I had not enough opportunity to pass him, and also I couldn't get the right grip to get the right exit. I was just swimming around a little bit, but still a good result, but not when you want to win.
There were 2 crucial moments of the race. One, the overtaking move that Mitch did in the chicane, and then also that concurrent attack mode that you took as well. First of all, the move with Mitch, the move that Mitch put on you in the chicane, how did you see that from the cockpit?
Yeah, he put me into difficulty. He had that edge a little bit. I think that was at that moment where I started to struggle a bit with the tires, and I couldn't get right on the power. So he was nailing that a bit better, and he put me in a difficult position, and did a good job at crossing me over, and tried to hold on to it. But I think he would back off. But obviously he had the nose in, and then from that point on, it was just about trying not to hit the wall, but he left me space, so I think it was good racing.
Thank you, Andre, and well done on the performance today. And third place, Stoffel Vandoorne, first podium in Formula E. Well done, Stoffel. You've had some good race pace throughout the season, but some bad luck as well, so it must be extremely satisfying to get your first podium for you and HWA Race Lab today.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy with the result today. We've had a really difficult start to the season. We've always kind of showed some good pace in qualifying, especially. That's been our highlight of the season, and where we've been performing the best. And yeah, we managed to have another good qualifying here. I think the most difficult one was going to be the race. That's where we've been struggling a little bit at the start of the year. We've had a lot of bad luck. We had a few incidents, and we've been lacking some pace compared to some of the other guys. So to have a result like that today, to see the pace of the car, being there in the race conditions as well, was very encouraging. I was very happy with how everything went. Had to be very cautious with the reliability of the car, and happy we made it to the flag.
You just made it to the end. Did you have a problem on the slowdown?
Didn't make it to the pits though, so the car broke down.
Okay, and obviously a significant milestone ticked off for you and the team this weekend, Stoffel. Is the next one a victory? We've had 7 winners from 7 races. Could you be the 8th in Paris in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, well, anything is possible in Formula E. When you look at what's been happening during the first couple of races, it's unpredictable. We've been making progress race after race, and we've been gaining a little bit of pace. And this championship is is unpredictable. So anything can happen the next time. We might be very strong. We might be not so strong. So let's see what happens. We've ticked off a few boxes this weekend. It was good learning for myself as well to get to the flag. I've not really managed it a lot this year, and I'm sure we'll be back in Paris and hopefully with another good result.
Good job, well done, Stoffel. We'll just open up some questions to the floor. So if you've got a question, raise your hand and tell us where you're from. Thank you.
Rob Watts from eRacing Magazine. This is a question for Mitch. Mitch, you might recall I spoke to you yesterday, and you said that you were hopeful that you might turn a corner with Jaguar in the second half of the season. And you said if the improvements Jaguar could bring worked, anything is possible, and you still might even have a chance of fighting back into the title contention. After today, what do you think is possible now?
I mean, I've not seen the points since the finish of the race, but yeah, I mean, the last few races have been tough for us, so we've worked quite hard to get the car back in its sweet spot, which I had in Saudi and Marrakesh, and it seems like we've got it back. So if we can maintain that for the rest of the season, there's plenty of points up for grabs still. I don't see why not. We're not going to be a contender, so. Obviously, we hope it's not a one-off, but I've got full faith in the guys. The car was consistent all day today. We're going to tracks that historically we've been not too bad at, and that I also enjoy. So, yeah, I mean, the championship is so competitive, it's so tight. You can never be too confident, too sure. But let's take it race by race. For now, let's enjoy the moments. But definitely, if we can keep this performance up, there's no reason why we can't be a championship contender.
Hazel Southwell, racefans.net. Question for Andre and Stoffel. There's been a lot of talk this season that there's a lot of incidents, there's not a lot of respect on track. You've both had races that have been ended during incidents or significantly affected by contact with other drivers. It seemed like this race didn't really have so much of that after the restart, and actually there was only one car taken out by direct contact. I was just wondering if you could sort of comment about that, whether that's an improvement, a corner turned, or just a coincidence.
Yeah, our race director hit on our hands a little bit. So we've been all not so happy, because sometimes you're a victim, sometimes you're the one who's creating the action. I don't think it's a lack of respect, it's just the nature of Formula E. If you want to try something, there's not much space, and so we try. But maybe on this track, the fact that there was only one short full course yellow incident made the race more of an energy race, and so it creates a bit more of a civilized race, because when you have a lot of energy, you just stay flat until the breaking point, and then just to overtake it's really difficult, and so maybe it's part of that, and maybe it's a bit of behavior.
I don't think I have much to add. Obviously, starting in the front always makes a huge difference. You have a lot more chance to get clean through the first couple of laps when you're in the middle of the pack and everything gets bunched up, especially like here in the hairpin. It's just very, very difficult. So like Andre said, I think with the energy management it probably helped a little bit.
Fabio Seguetta, Tutto Motorsport. A question for Stoffel. You said yesterday in the interview that you could do well in this race, and actually you finished on the podium. Do you think that in the next races till the end of the championship, you, Gary, and the whole HWA team could fight other times for the podiums or maybe for the victory?
For sure. I think it's been a big learning curve for us, and like I said, we've been showing a lot of promise of pace. We're maybe not the quickest out there, but the championship is so unpredictable that you know, it's hard to understand why one weekend you're competitive, the other weekend you're not so competitive. You know, I think like everyone, this weekend has been a learning curve, and especially for our team, which, you know, is very young into the series. We now need to start reproducing this, and for us the aim this weekend was just to stay out of trouble, which we managed, and do our own thing, which we did, and the result came to us. So hopefully we continue on this path, and we keep showing the promise.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Just to mention as well that Mitch, we have one more question. Time for one more.
Thank you. I'm Filippo Castano from Azzurra GP. I have a question for André Lotterer. So we're here in Rome, second time we're here, second time you are in the top 3 positions. So the feeling with Formula E for you looks to be better and better race after race since you have come here. But is this a track that fits you particularly? You feel good with the setup of the car or the drive in this track, or is it more a matter of circumstances? If you,
I don't know. I started to perform okay, I would say, in the last third of season 4, but I just had a lot of issues, penalties, so missed out on a few podiums. And also at the beginning of this year, we obviously had a good car in Riyadh. We missed out on the podium. So yeah, it's good to be here on the podium again. It's a track that I enjoy driving, and obviously when everything flows, it's easier to perform, and yeah, hopefully next year I'm in the middle.
Thank you.
Okay, final question.
Hi, Luigi De Blasi, Formula Italia, pagina ufficiale. A question to Mitch. Considering the unpredictability of the season, the many teams that could win a race, the many things that happen, what do you think was the victory factor that allowed you and Jaguar to be in contention for a victory here in Rome?
Mainly just getting the car back in its sweet spot. We've been chasing that for a few races now, and this is the first race since, I would say, Marrakesh that I've been comfortable in the car, and that's been extremely important. These cars are not easy to drive, so you need some sort of confidence and predictability in the car to be able to know what it does, you know, what it's going to do under braking, especially in qualifying when you get one lap. That's the biggest thing. There's a few things we've changed. We've gone back on. We've changed. You know, we've gone around in circles. But yeah, it's been a lot of work actually since Sanya. But it's been a lot of work since, you know, over the whole course of the season. Some things work, some things don't. Sometimes it takes a few races to find out that they don't work. So we've changed quite a few things, and you know, especially around here, they've seemed to work. So let's hope it's not just a one-off.
Okay, thank you for your questions. Just to mention before we wrap up that Mitch Evans is currently leading the first ever Vorstalpine European Trophy, which is in front of Mitch there. Very innovative trophy to fight for in the European races this season. Just a reminder as well that all the drivers will be available immediately outside the press room in the pen. Thank you, gentlemen. Well done. Well done, especially to Jaguar and to Mitch. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time at the Paris E-Prix. Thank you.
Jaguar not win in international races, 28.